they have prepared very well for this matchup and come out with something completely different.
They're going to come in. They're coming in flooding the map with information. Russ and Turco playing those Sky and Sofa comms can be dangerous. Already on the site here, ACEND are going to be grabbing the plants. This is a strategy we've seen plenty over in EMEA at least. Coming out of bat, putting the wall down, and grabbing that post-plant position. Bone Cold trying to be sneaky up in the corner, but it looks like it's going to be a very delayed retake from SuperMassive. Blaze Bone Cold just jumped on top of the wall. He's a madman.
Yeah, losing that early player could be a little bit more of a problem. They need to almost give space. Oh, what's happened? He's got a little bit lost in the mix, and somehow this has come back into a 3v2 scenario. The time ticking. They're just defusing. It's left on the Star Zone, but he finds himself all three. What a start from ACEND. He just gave them a few warning shots beforehand, Mitch.
Anything down for ACEND, quickly gaining control over Hookah. And as they come up through long, they lose a player. Sure, Izzy is low, but that's a trade that they're more than happy to make. Now the numbers thinned out on site, but still able to keep the kills going their way. Turco, caught by the flash, is going to be taken down, and now it gets dangerous, Tom. They can actually retrieve these weapons on site and have a much better chance of closing it out with the spike plants pretty much uncontested.
It's weird. It looked like SMB almost got baited in a little bit by those extra rotations and pulled things back at least a little bit more with the fact that they went through the TP and managed to still have 2 players on site. The res, though, has changed things a little bit. The perfect scenario for CNED is he gets kills, he gets a res, and now they have themselves a man advantage.
Exactly. That post-plant res coming through puts ACEND way in the lead. The man advantage, the weapons retrieved. This was a bonus round, one that SuperMassive Blaze wanted to get away with in relatively flawless fashion, and yet they struggled to even save a weapon. Izzy running for the hills towards the A site. Yeah, they're going to make their way onto the side here. Zeke trying to backstab as they go for the plants. Position still being watched. Still being stared at. He can't really make a move just yet, but as he swings into Pora, that's the opening kill for them. Spike down, ACEND with full control. The only thing that can potentially help SuperMassive Blaze out, we got Izzy rotating in, operator in hand, and of course the Seekers to reveal a couple of these players.
And Brave the furthest forward. He's going to try and use a little bit of utility to try and hold them back, but the time has been ticking and they really haven't got much control whatsoever. The peek in is almost just debate as they also have Zeke alongside, and I wonder if they're just going to have to back out of this one. The clock too far gone, a solid flash at least to catch off another, but Zeke is just going ham. Izzy has to try and run away to save the operator, and he should at least get one. No! Zeke actually hits that.
He even gets him in the end, man. So that's going to be the operator save. And there's a rifle there to be retrieved inside of Hookah, but actually I better hold on to that thought because ACEND are still moving up through A, and Izzy is still picking them off.
They baited out the res. It's going to be the peek in, though. More than prepared, and he misses the knives. It slipped away. It was looking so good. He's just warded the 2 players. Somehow, this round keeps swinging back and forth, and they've got an aggressive position of Pora. He's so good with this Sheriff. Never missed that initial shot, and might just be able to get around the corner. He's not even going to be spammed either, so he gets to escape.
Yeah, they're trying to hunt him down and got up in front of that Sage wall, just guaranteeing now that their back is clear, but they have to work on getting this Viper out of position. They don't know exactly where he is, and in fact, he's willing to commit the ultimate and let it just die down, holding the positions to stop them from planting. And with 20 seconds left, they need to make a move. Kyedae now low, 1 hit from this Sheriff, and Pora's going to be able to take the first, possibly even the second. 13 seconds as the final shot rings out. SuperMassive Blaze are on the board. Garnered allows for the rotate, the 4-man stack on this A site as they push through, and Zeke is up with the showstopper to take down the first. The trades come in thick and fast, and that will be an easy A site, at least you would imagine.
Yeah, Turco, I don't know how he gets anything done from this scenario. He needs to catch someone on the fadeaway, and well, that's exactly what he does. This actually starts the rotation, but I think they're expecting Izzy to be coming in from behind. Multiple players already retaking that control. If he can kill off Viper, maybe he can at least remove that utility, and hits the pixel shot to turn it into a 2v2.
Absolutely massive. Post plant no longer to be played with, but unfortunately Turco falls. He really needed a pick in that situation. Now, cute out of this, smoke's coming down. Orb taking good molly, good slow. Pora's in trouble. He tries to get out of the corner, but there's nowhere to run. Seekers confirm they're all here. Good flash, but the follow-up from Bone Cold. He keeps on connecting on 2 HP. The man has survived, and the 2v2 commences. ACEND still looking to get that plant in play.
Yeah, I'm surprised more didn't come from the Hunter's Fury. Like, they did a little bit of damage, but the fact is one of the players was actually stuck. Brave, though, has come through, and it's onto this man once again. SeaNed to try and clutch it up, but it'll be Rust to take it away to try and give them an opening. On this map especially, well, you can clear out so many angles. Izzy's just trapped. He either has to die or back away, and well, he's going to choose the latter, surprisingly.
Oh, that was through the smoke. Zeke up on top, takes down Turco. Rust is trying to recover, but he can only get the first. This is looking very shaky for Supermassive Blaze, and another response from ACEND. The res comes in, a 5v3 that they have to fight their way back into. Seekers revealing their positions, all the information to play with, all the manpower for ACEND, and even the weaponry sitting in their favor with Brave sat down. And a Spectre, nice kill by Izzy.
If that could make the difference. This was looking almost like, well, a definite set. Like, going for this just seemed impossible, but the fact that they've caught out the flank, it gives them a little bit more space to try and make it to the side. Poor, okay. He's going to pick off one already, but they haven't cleared Zeke from the angle. The paint shell will hold them back a little bit longer. Pora hitting every shot he can, but they just don't have the time. And it just seems like whenever there's an opportunity for Supermassive Blaze to finally get themselves a couple of rounds in a row, I expect him to get those kills.
Yeah, good position to counter the A execute we'd seen before, and the wall was down, but it is in fact a beat play. Oh, the fire is down on the site. The wall bang is good. Pora fighting from inside his Viper's Pit. He wants to stop them from getting onto the site. He's good for 2, but that's all he can do. The shutdown of SeaNed makes this a little bit more doable, though.
But he almost has to try and find the player within this ultimate. And Russ, as said, he needs to do a lot, and that is the ult down.
That's going to be Zeke, stuck in the corner. The reveal won't quite catch him, but the fight, it gives away his position. He has to run down the clock. The operator swinging in to take him down. Zeke is trying to avoid it, jumping up and down, and it actually works. Although the shot comes in from Izzy, the time is far too low. ACEND are up to 8. And ACEND are one of the best teams in the world at making that happen. This time, the aggression in through Hookah is finally going to come through, and Izzy's able to claim the first before going down. Turco with a huge whiff, and that could cost them massively. Hunter's Fury connecting quite a few pulses, but they've lost the sight. And again, it's going to have to be a retake with a man disadvantage.
I'm not too much of a believer in these at this stage. The Cosmic Divide has been in for an incredibly long time, but will it... Oh, okay. Starzo's just got walking across. He's been caught. It gave them something, but the rest of the players are a little bit far behind. Brave almost going in solo, and it still puts them with a disadvantage on this retake. Pora, he's been one of the shining lights for this squad so far. A second kill to give them a chance, but it's the 1 versus 1. It needs to be Rust, normally so good in these clutches, but not this time. It's Zeke with another Red Bull clutch, but who's surprised?
And he's playing contact on his teammate. Oh, never mind. He's getting pushed on. Pora's already in. He's taken down 2. The third on backside goes his way as well. This was a pistol round that Supermassive Blaze desperately needed if they're to have any shot of taking this map and making the massive comeback. And now they're in a 4v2 that they surely can't lose.
They'll clear Turco out. I don't think it's going to matter too much, though. Only one man standing, and SeaNed will fall. And
look at how seriously they're taking this round. They've got their 2 Vandals to play with. ACEND win the early duel with Pora going down. The pressure being applied through middle. The spray for Zeke doesn't actually land, but the trade is quickly found. ACEND maintaining their man advantage. Kyedae is going to give up a lot of control, and as that wolf goes in, the Tiger is returned on the other side. Brave desperately wants to get this done up close. The Spectre in play, but now he's forced into a ranged fight. Tickled up as Kyedae takes him down. A 3 versus 2, a 4 versus 2 in fact emerges. SeaNed on 8 HP yet again. The man is not having a good time when it comes to being tagged up, but it looks like they are making quick work of this low buy round.
Not overfacing, a few low players as well on the other side. I think even an extra kill here for Supermassive Blaze would be good. If they win it, well, okay. Not sure that flash went exactly to plan. Just popped in his teammate's face.
They come, here they come.
Died. Are they all going to go through together?
They're rallying through. This is going to be a team TP. They're dropping pistols in just to let him know we're on our way, buddy. There's a couple of us who want to say hi to you, and a flash comes in first. Still, though, they haven't followed through. They're waiting. A second flash perhaps being primed in a number of seconds. He's giving him a vandal! He's giving him a vandal! He's throwing. They're giving him 2! Hey, buddy, take our weapons. We've got nothing left. We'll come and knife you. What is this?
They 100% don't know that he has an SMG. There is no way they know he has an SMG, because they've just given him a rifle upgrade. SeaNed, Well, he's going hunting. He's facing into Brave, the only player you'll ever see with a Phantom on their side, but he gets the close range battle.
Yeah, you can see he was expecting them to be slightly further down, aiming at the torso as they came around. It's going to be a bit of an awkward position for Starzo. The flash lands, but none of the bullets do. And ACEND, you might not think it, but they're on a full buy here. Supermassive Blaze just completely running over them and finding that B site with ease. 2 players left, Zeke and Kyedae, and they will be looking to save.
To fight this one back. Of course, there's always going to be a play being made. The res, it's going to be a line, but he might need to bring himself back. Never mind. CNED, while dodging every single bullet, has found one through the smoke. Bear in mind, he's using a Vandal, so they know where he is.
Oh, and he's got a second as well. He lit Brave down to 40 health, stripping him of his armor, and CNED's still looking to go forward. 15 health off him, no armor to play with, no shields whatsoever, but he does not give a damn. Now here comes the Viper Orb. It's going to be blocking off any sort of impact from Bone Cold. Starzo spraying it. Oh, Bone Cold, he's walking into it, and that gives him away. Pora's going to just hunt him down right afterwards, tickles him up, but somehow doesn't take him down, and Bone Cold wins that fight. Low on HP, healed right back up. Supermassive Blaze are finding it hard to get any ground. Eventually, CNED will fall, but there is so much left to do.
Who's a little bit further behind, it's still going to be a real issue for them. The rotation already coming in. I think the teleporter actually ended up as a bit more of a burden than anything else, but they might not expect 2 players, and I don't think it's going to matter. Zeke will close it out using the shotgun to his advantage, and ACEND their best map. So realistically, they're going to be incredibly confident. Bone Cold, they're just fighting on the edge of these smokes, fighting around the smokes, and there's going to be a peek in. He's just hitting every single shot. Ultimate online. He can now deny them any extra space if they try to go for this quicker push. That's exactly what he's going to do. They've been forced out of position. The spam will get 2 from Starzo. This map is done. Russ needs to clutch out a 1 versus 4.
Yeah, nice orbital strike, pushes them out of position, they spam them up. Nothing you can do about that one. Russ wants to be sure he can reload, pops the recon into the smoke, but here's the flash, no peek after. Starzo's gonna wait and walk on through the smoke. Getting himself around the edge. Oh, Russ was ready for it, but it didn't matter. 13-5, and even more dominant showing out of ACEND this time, and that was with some tomfoolery, Tom.
Down from Supermassive Blaze, trying to bait out some of those early positions. You can see the turret uses a bait and switch, and it's that right click to just take Pora's head clean off.
A nice shot to open things up. He's going to go back and re-aggress yet again, but so many players pursuing him. He needs help and doesn't have it. Cleanly shut down. Now it's time to look towards the site where CNED is quickly connecting one to Turco, making this a little bit more difficult. He's a little bit cautious of getting spammed down. Starzone, not quite feeling the same caution.
Do they expect? They don't expect it. They don't expect. They don't check. That could have been everything, but actually Zeke's only going to get 1. It does give time, though, and that's the main thing that's needed at the moment for ACEND. They're already going to put down another grab. Well, the peak coming back in, and it's just not going well for Brave. It's Bone Cold to close things out in the pistol, and I don't know if they'll expect Russ to feel. It's a little bit of a whiff, and Killers actually finds another one off his utility on the site. This now becomes a really dangerous scenario for Supermassive Blaze. They're going to use the paranoia just to hold the remaining players back. Give them an opportunity to get a plant and stick it down, but the problem is they're re-aggressing already. The push coming through. Killers gets his 3rd kill of the round. It's left all onto 1, and CNED will close it.
A late lurk by Pora coming in through middle as they claim the site and now look for the plant, but in comes CNED. Going to make it at least a little bit costly. There's absolutely no way that this player steps up above. He's challenged CNED, and he's received exactly what you'd expect. Another CNED just keeps on going. 3 kills with the off, a tag into another, and this is getting scary with just 1 down below, trapped in. Russ needs to make something happen while Pora is making the short play, lurking out, trying to find space, but CNED picks up 4. Yeah, oh, most definitely. The jump up, I didn't believe it was going to come through from Brave, but I guess he thought the birthday look was with him. Nice shot, CNED. Again, punishing, getting the trades back. He's on for a second, and now he's aggressing in. He's being revealed, though, up in the corner. The updraft, not quite getting him out of there as safely as he would have hoped. The heal just about saves him, popping him back up onto basically full HP. Good tag. Oh, it's the kill as well. Zeke doing damage, covering CNED's retreat. Shock darts are coming in. The Odin is here to play. And SuperMassive Blaze yet again going back to check their flank. And what are they going to find? They're going to find CNED. But in fact, they do find him. They take him down. This is a pretty good position to play from. Zeke jump spotting. I mean, he could even be taken down if the timing is right. 1 versus 1 on the site. Good damage. Turco delivers a 3rd kill of the round, though. He's not going to have the res online. But it is a 1v1, the best chance for SuperMassive Blaze so far.
Yeah, by the looks of it as well, Bone Cold is out of stars. So for utility, he's not really going to have anything. It just comes down to the straight-up gunfight, which, well, you'd probably bank on Turco most of the time, and he is going to get the Red Bull clutch through them alive just long enough.
Great play by Pora. Yeah, from the start to the finish there. He even manages to finish off Bone Cold, not the player he was initially attempting to challenge. This is a fantastic opening. They're going to use that Killjoy lockdown to try and get in towards the site, but they're being pushed on. Oh no, still winning the duels as they go, but Kyedae up on behind, able to come out of there with 2. The lockdown will still come into effect, but it gives them a man disadvantage as they come back in. Starzo even has a res to play with. Now, there's no one really readily available to pop a res on. He's already used his wall, so up in heaven, he can't get that player back online. The res is out of the round. This is where SuperMassive Blaze need to turn up. He's actually res.
Oh, actually both players all within a second. Pora, he's going to find himself a 4th. And it's left on to Izzy. As said, it's been a little bit rough for him so far, but this time he will land the shot, the clutch. Maybe a little bit of confusion as the position's currently being taken. The wall boost for Turco might not necessarily be expected, but the afterplant's looking stellar. Again, you've got Pora waiting on the lurk. CNED already going to be dropped, and now we see the Cosmic Divide thrown in to try and separate these players. But if anything, they've just given a safe spot to Turco to just sit behind them. It is not going well at all for ACEND in this round, and the afterplant looking incredible.
Yeah, Starzo's trapped, not a chance of getting out of their position, but both shots miss. Izzy then pops the ultimate, moves towards the site, but he's pushed back right into the hands of Starzo, waiting for him. The kills are going their way, though. SuperMassive Blaze here to fight and here to win with 50 seconds on the clock. They still need to deal with Starzo, and he's bringing this back into the realm of possibility for ACEND. The timing so poor, and he just about gets taken down.
Turco as well is already watching this flank. It was everything for Zeke to get that kill, but they had him sandwiched in. And now the only one remaining is CNED to try and face off. Well, I was going to say versus 4, but it's now down to 3, and Turco will put him in his place.
And I think he's just been spotted. Yes, he has. There's the tag on the wall. You see, they're saying he's close right, and Brave is going to take it down. In comes the Ares, but not good for those kind of fights. This is looking like a guaranteed 7 for SuperMassive Blaze. A hero is needed, and it's not CNED this time around. It falls to Kyedae. He's been huge before, and they know he's going for the lockdown. They're going to push him down right away. Kyedae deals with them. Lockdown pops. Now he just needs to hold on to this position. There's no one coming in through heaven.
They've got one too.
They've popped their own. They're going to be happy to keep him locked in position. In fact, he's going to push right afterwards. He's still looking for kills. He's taking down the first, swapping over the weapon, going to go and destroy it, and he gets it done as well. The other player's backed off. This could actually be huge. One player even got detained. Down goes the turret. He taps the defuse. It's all a ruse, trying to bait them into the open, and eventually he does. Maybe. Double up on the kills. Let's see what they can do. SuperMassive Blaze getting aggressive, but CNED's here to play. The dash didn't quite go according to plan, but the kills certainly did. They don't expect it. And Russ is able to take down 2. That makes it doable. Bone Cold on 20 HP, but a big clutch from Turco. This guy has been insane so far, Tom. This might be too much to ask, though.
Yeah, especially with the thing is, this is a position that Turco also used in the last half. So if he gets fooled by his own tactic, I might be a little bit disappointed. The fact is that I don't know if it's actually going to be Starzo that does anything here, because there are players holding the crossbow. Cole going to be watching and will spot out his position. No, he's not coming in from behind. And now it just leaves this disgusting crossfire, even going to pull in a star and a turret to try and leave him out. And although he does check, he was aware, was incredibly impactful.
The one big disappointment for me from SuperMassive Blaze has been Russ. He swapped skins. He's no longer using the Elder Flame like the rest of the team. So, you know, really team synergy suffers there. But jokes aside, we're looking at a pretty aggressive push out of ACEND. Into a smoke they went, and well, they didn't get anything done for it. Brave quickly shutting them down before he falls himself. But that was a blink and you miss it kind of round. Feel like, and they're like, I don't know, man. I think it's just social media. We got a lot of love for each other. Oh. What?
Okay, there you go. Burnt Cold's back on the board. He's found himself a kill straight through the wall. Now, do they expect the re-aggression of Russ? In fact, they're almost going to try and completely ignore him. Burnt Cold finds another one. It's all fallen apart. This B-main aggression, something they attempted in the pistol, and it failed then as well, Mitch. They now have Brave to try and hold on to this site, and well, with the utility that's currently available, he can't even afford to like shoulder peek this because he'll get sucked in.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for Brave. I mean, a 1v5 versus Ascend, not something you're likely to see come through, and so it looks like we're seeing yet another save.
Oh.
Well.
I don't think that was a pause. They've gone straight into the round.
Oh, good.
We'll just see what happens in this one. Already looking a little bit better for SuperMassive Blaze. Maybe they didn't need the pause after all.
Yeah, they didn't need the tactics. It looks like they're looking pretty clean in the 4 versus 2. CNED and Zeke trying to pull it back. Operator on CNED hopes to find a victim. Gonna bait them out with the shot. He's seeing nothing right now. It's a pretty tough one. You know, obviously when you're on the attack for Ascend right now, losing this round isn't going to be the end of the world. They've built up quite a hefty bank. But SuperMassive Blaze really need to win this in a relatively clean fashion, and they have so far. And then they, okay, that's a trade. That's good. He got that kill so quickly onto Zeke. My God. Another CNED clutch needed, and although he's reliable, Boathouse blocked, and now it's time to rush into the site, taking the fights as they go, but down goes the Odin. Zeke dealt with. Izzy pops out with the Blade Storm for some close-range fights. We call that one a Sean Gares. He's whiffed it completely as we go into the 3v3 with very little time. Ascend can't really get that spike planted. How are they going to be able to close in the distance? They need the kill so quickly. Bone Cold, good for it, but time is gone. The round already SuperMassive Blazes. You would have imagined. Down the Marshall poking and prodding at him. Hopefully the slow will be enough to keep him back. As Starzo closes the distance, Pora thinks he's gone undetected.
He has?
Did he? Okay, there we go. He'll eventually be taken down. That could have been incredibly awkward. Backside, look how low Russ is. With a res coming in, they do not want to lose Russ down below. Oh, that bullet! It went right by his face. They know he's there. They've taken him out, and now the res, luckily, has put them into a 2v3. But a tough one, as again, time could have been the enemy, but the spike will be planted.
Oh, they've got their own lockdown, try and deny them the initial push, but they're just going for it. They're going to try and run through, and Starzo is there. He saved them in this round. Again, though, it's looking fairly all in from Ascend.
Yeah.
All waiting outside.
It's the right call.
3 players on this site. If they can trade effectively, sure, it's going to go great, but they need to shut this man down early, and that's exactly what they do.
Great kill onto Izzy, now tucked in the corner. It's even expected. They were pre-firing and spraying away. Pora, the last man alive, and they'll bring Zeke right back into the round, bought back by the res. This is an almost unwinnable clutch. In fact, Pora's got the worst weapon of them all. We saw a weapon here or there, some Spectres, but this man only has the Sheriff. Sure. He can do a lot with it, but in a 1v4, the pack mentality of Ascend, there's so much to deal with here, and yeah, the turret is going to be problem number 1. 13-9, 2-0. Ascend have walked away with the win on SuperMassive Blaze's map pick. They have won the first match of Masters 3.
That is an incredibly good sign if you're an Ascend fan.
What's this one? All right. We've got a bull on stage, and you know what? I'd describe him as exactly that. The whole team, aggressive, feeling it on the back of Bone Cold's IG yelling. We saw him. He was stone cold on the first map, taking a bit of a hit when it came through to this one. The Astra not requiring the same style of play. But this team has now claimed themselves that revenge story up against it.